Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Richard Reti and Van Burken. This is a game from a Simul exhibition that Reti played in Hilversum, Netherlands in 1919. What I like about this game is Reti's simplicity of the moves. However, when critical position appeared, Reti didn't miss it. Let's have a look at the game. Reti had white pieces and he started with e4. Van Burken played e5. Knight to f3 attacking the pawn on e5, and now knight to f6. Burken is playing the Russian defense. White to move. Knight to c3 was played. The standard move in this position is knight takes on e5, and after d6 then knight to f3, and then black takes on e4. Back to our game. If you wish to avoid playing against the Russian defense, you play what Reti played, a knight to c3, defending the pawn on e4. d6, d4, e takes on d4, white to move. How to recapture? Reti recaptured with the queen, not afraid of knight to c6. He played bishop to b5, pinning the knight, bishop to d7 unpinning, and now white must take on c6. This is what happened. Bishop takes on c6, bishop to g5, pinning the knight, bishop to e7 unpinning. White to move. White has a choice of castling. Would you castle kingside or queenside? Reti castled queenside, at the same time lining the rook with his opponent's queen. Queen to d7. Black is also now considering castling queenside. Rook from h to e1. White army is fully mobilized. Black to move. Black considered castling, but was worried that white may play e5. So there was a hesitation in black's camp. Van Burken wasn't sure which is the best way to go, so he decided to ask a question. Of course, he didn't ask Reti a question. He asked a question to his bishop with h6. Bishop takes on f6. Bishop takes bishop, attacking the queen. White to move. What would you do? Please pause and find the best move for white. What did you find? General rule says, if you have castled and your opponent didn't castle, then you should seriously consider opening of the e-file. However, would this work in this position? What do you think? Would e5 work? e5 is the strongest move, and this is what Reti played. e5. d takes on e5. What else? If bishop goes to e7, then e takes on d6, and after, say, c takes on d6, queen takes on g7. White is winning. Back to our game. d takes on e5 was played. What now? What did Reti have in mind when he played e5? Do you need to pause the game? Or perhaps it is too easy to see. Reti played rook takes on e5, the strongest move. This is check. King to d8. If bishop takes on e5, then queen takes on e5 check, attacking black queen. After queen to e7, queen takes on g7, and white is winning. If rook goes to f8, then white wins black queen. What else? If black does not play rook to f8, if black plays bishop takes on f3, this is preventing rook to e1. Then queen takes rook, check, and after queen to f8, check, and after king to d7, queen to d4, check, and white is winning, but there is an easier way to win. After king to d7, you can take the queen, and after rook takes queen, g takes on f3. White is a piece up. Back to our game. So instead of bishop takes on e5, king to d8. How would you continue now? Again, simple chess. Queen takes on d7 check. Bishop takes on d7. White played a move and black resigned. And the move is rook from e to d5. Black resigned. Rook takes bishop is next, and it can't be stopped. Maybe you can give check on g5, then knight takes bishop. This game is a brilliant example on how to play a simple chess. Do you agree? What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.